because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch. Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
People even calling me, asking me about him, you know, and I don't know him from a can of paint. He even mentioned my name, saying that I know what I know. I don't know what he knows, but I do know this.
Let me take you through what reportedly unfolded. An entirely unexpected moment took place, leaving many people caught off guard. Imagine this: Jay-Z, a figure widely known for his calm demeanor, quiet confidence, and composed public image, suddenly appearing visibly emotional in front of a crowd. It was the kind of scene that very few people would have expected to witness. Someone long recognized for staying in control appeared noticeably affected, revealing a side of himself that the public rarely gets to see. For many observers, the moment felt almost unbelievable, as though a person often viewed as untouchable was experiencing something deeply personal. People are still trying to make sense of what they saw, but the biggest questions remain. What led to that emotional moment? What, if anything, was happening behind the scenes? And could there be a larger story that has yet to come to light?
And it seems to make a lot of people upset, you know, then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here. And I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bro, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years.
Keep it going. But the story may not stop there. If anything, it could mark the beginning of a much larger conversation. What appears to be unfolding around Jay-Z seems to extend far beyond a single emotional moment. Some observers believe the roots of it may reach back to his early years in Brooklyn's Marcy houses, where resilience and constant pressure were part of daily life. Experiences like those can leave lasting impressions, and even remarkable success may not completely erase them. There's also the weight of spending decades at the top of one of the world's most demanding industries. Maintaining influence, protecting a carefully built legacy, and living under relentless public scrutiny can create enormous pressure over time. For years, public speculation has surrounded his personal life and the future of his legacy. The widely discussed elevator incident involving Solange was viewed by many as a rare glimpse into tensions that had largely remained out of public view. Behind a carefully maintained public image, some believe deeper challenges may have been developing for far longer than most people ever imagined.
Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm, just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go, nowhere. Which is where people like me step in. I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce, and I say that, women do have
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap music with goddamn a host of...
That single moment quickly triggered a fresh wave of discussion about the queen herself. From the outside, being married to one of the biggest names in music may appear to be a dream, but the pressure that comes with sustaining that level of success can be immense. Sharing a life with Beyoncé brings extraordinary opportunities, yet it also requires balancing worldwide fame, family responsibilities, and a career that rarely slows its pace. With 3 children and constant public attention, finding genuine moments to step away and recharge is far from easy. The entertainment industry leaves little room for rest, and the expectation is to remain polished, composed, and in control no matter the circumstances. Even so, cultural icons have their limits. What people witnessed may not have been a true breaking point, but rather a rare glimpse of what can happen when years of responsibility, personal history, and relentless expectations begin to weigh more heavily than most people realize.
Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand by your man. Yeah. Whoops you and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like this.
Who was actually carrying his baby while you was spanking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you and put it in everybody else? Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
That belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
A half of which dumbass bitch.
So, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
Why don't nobody want to accept that bitch?
I think
she went and killed the girl Cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her while she was asleep. Snacking on his bitch, killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her a restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician and she was trained at the esteemed Berkeley College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter was...
And perhaps this was the wake-up call Jay-Z truly needed. Sometimes life's most difficult moments become the turning point that leads to meaningful personal growth and lasting change. Behind the familiar sunglasses is more than a carefully crafted public image. There is a lifetime of responsibility, sacrifice, hardship, and experiences that few people ever get to fully understand. What the public may be seeing is not the downfall of a legend, but the beginning of a new chapter marked by reflection and personal transformation. Rather than signaling an ending, the moment feels more like a crossroads. A different chapter may already be unfolding, and people around the world will be watching closely to see what comes next. The public reaction was almost immediate. As clips of Jay-Z's emotional moment spread online, the story reached millions of viewers within a short period of time. Conversations quickly gained momentum across social media as the footage attracted widespread attention. Several public figures, including Diddy and Rihanna, were reported to have shared messages of support. Discussions expanded across X, Instagram, and TikTok, where some viewers expressed shock, others offered sympathy, and skeptics questioned whether there might be more to the story or whether the timing held a deeper significance. Whatever opinions people may have, one thing became undeniable. The moment captured the attention of audiences around the world.
Why did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day, within the week?
The next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
So, let me ask you.
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. It's right there. We're gonna talk about the episode, but for right now, I just got to get your take on when we see a Killer Mike win 3 Grammys
and get arrested immediately after because Jay-Z paid somebody up just so he couldn't have a good night. You Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. Don't get no what you got in your head, that Neuralink. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate you and AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Because you ain't protecting you. You're protecting.
Many people expected Jay-Z's team to respond quickly with a clear public statement, hoping to ease the growing conversation before speculation began to overshadow the facts. When a response was eventually issued, it followed a familiar public relations approach, emphasizing privacy and personal matters instead of directly addressing every question. To many observers, the statement appeared measured and expected, even as public curiosity continued to build throughout the entertainment industry. Reactions soon came from across the music world. Kanye West was among the public figures reported to have expressed respect and support during the moment. For a brief period, it seemed as though much of the hip-hop community had paused to acknowledge what had taken place. For decades, Jay-Z has built a reputation for composure, confidence, and the ability to remain calm despite the pressures of celebrity life. Seeing him display such visible emotion in public caught many people by surprise. Some believe the moment could make him appear more relatable, reminding audiences that even the world's biggest stars face personal challenges away from the spotlight. Others wonder whether it might have a lasting effect on the carefully cultivated public image he has maintained throughout his career. Whatever the long-term impact may be, the moment became far more than another entertainment headline. It represented a significant turning point that could influence how both the public and the music industry view Jay-Z in the years to come.
Hey. Wow.
I'ma tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
Big L?
I would just rather do it on the stand, Sean. Please sue me. I want to go to court. And I want to talk about Big L on the stand.
Wow. What's your thoughts about Dame Dash?
Dame Dash got fucked over by somebody who was supposed to be his friend.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put Jay-Z on.
Wow.
Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years. His death made it possible for reasonable doubt to live.
Whoa.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean?
We're living in a time when authenticity is appreciated more than ever, and perhaps this is the kind of genuine moment many people have long hoped to see from someone with Jay-Z's level of influence. Throughout his career, he has faced enormous pressure, public controversy, fierce competition, and the constant challenge of reinventing himself. Yet this moment seems different. It appears more personal, less carefully managed, and more candid than anything audiences have previously seen from him. It could become one of the most unexpected moments of his career. Even so, many believe he has the chance to emerge from it stronger than before. The conversation continues to gain momentum with no sign of slowing down. Fans are still debating what really happened, while speculation grows with each passing day. Will Jay-Z eventually address the situation in his own words? Will Beyoncé choose to share her perspective? And what should people make of reports suggesting that a major project may be taking shape behind the scenes? Whatever happens next, one thing seems certain: it has the potential to influence the next chapter of Jay-Z's legacy for years to come.
We're a little more educated because of the talk shows with Oprah that we went through, and Dr. Phil and stuff like that. Even Ricky Lake and all of that. We realized that it wasn't so cool messing with the underage young ladies. I never had an attraction for someone young. I always looked and had an attraction for older women, so I probably didn't have that problem. But then everybody that I fucked with did. Everybody. All of them. No names mentioned yet. But I'm going to expose somebody that we all forget about. Y'all see this picture of Jay-Z with Aaliyah when she was underage? I forgot about Jay, huh? We only know about Damon Dash messing with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Fox Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better. Before that song came out, we used to hear it. I used to tell shit. I was like, ooh, that shit. Him and Mystical, those were two songs that were hot. That it took like a year before it got, well, I'll say to the West Coast. I don't know if they were beating it up on the East Coast. But on the West Coast, it took like a year before those songs came out. And then Nelly's song with the Link St. Louis text. But I'm just saying all that to say, Foxy was young then as well. And so, all of these, the guys and the underage young ladies was running rapid in the 90s. And so, that's all I remember. That's all I think about, you know, with the DeBarge and Janet Jackson situation. Hey, that's all I think about. And I can remember about Aaliyah. Aaliyah was my wife's favorite artist. She loved the hell out of Aaliyah. It was a tragic how she died. You know, trying to rush back to get to Damon Dash on the plane. You know, and what happened is the Bahamians let her fly out, and their plane was overloaded or full. That's the one thing that I didn't like about when I traveled to our black countries like the Bahamas and Jamaica and all of them. The officials there,
We used to have to bribe them $100 to make the rules pass, to let us in with the dogs that we didn't have properly cleaned, or to not search our bags or whatever, or to sneak away with a whole bunch of cigars and stuff like that. But in Mexico, one thing about the motherfucking Mexican authorities, that number used to be 5 G's, 5,000 and stuff like that. And I used to laugh. I was like, damn, black folks is easily bribable. They so cheap. They don't understand the value that they be having. But yeah, that's all I got on Aaliyah, really. It's a talent. That's another person that life was taken too soon. That was a talent. Wonder where she would be now. Her, Pac.
This moment could become a meaningful turning point for the music industry. It may inspire more artists to move beyond the image of being untouchable and speak more openly about the pressures and realities that often come with fame. A cultural shift of that kind is unlikely to happen overnight. Many longtime figures within the industry still see vulnerability as a sign of weakness rather than a source of strength, and not everyone is ready to embrace that perspective. Even so, the conversation has already begun, and it continues to gain momentum with each passing day. The message resonating with so many people is clear. Mental health deserves the same attention, understanding, and care as physical well-being. If seeing someone with Jay-Z's level of influence display vulnerability encourages more honest conversations and greater awareness, this moment could become far more than another headline. It could serve as a lasting wake-up call for the culture as a whole.
I'm gonna find some real talented guys,
do this again.
and I'm gonna fuck them over worse
We
than
gonna
we
do this
did,
again.
so we can say it happened to somebody else.
That's PTSD for you. That's like, we're gonna make them relive it. Make them relive it. God damn.
Why would you do that to another artist?
Yeah.
Why would you sit there and say, man, we had the #1 record and we were still on food stamps, and then force your group to do that?
Hey, man.
Why would you do that?
To be your own people.
You want to know how fucked off it was for Big Mike at the end of his run before he had to leave Boyz II Men?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, please.
Let me tell you how bad his finances had gotten after his wife ran through what lump sum of money they had on that god-awful soul food restaurant that lacked soul and promptness. 6 hours to get a turkey wing platter. 6 hours. We used to call it opening to get it in time for dinner. Get your order in as soon as they open if you want to have it by 6. That was the joke around Voorhees.
Jeez.
Jill bought their house. She got it cheap. It would have been a $750,000 home back then, but they were forced to knock $250 off the top because of the structural damage. Apparently, they weren't able to take care of that home. It was riddled with termites. Said the only thing holding it up was the paint. They needed the money, so Jill squeezed. And they sold that house for very much more than $400,000 less what it was worth. And they broke even. Is it the way you hate me, baby? That was my cousin Alma that sang that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. The apple don't fall far.
Oh, you don't want to diss me.
The apple don't fall far.
You don't want to diss me.
Jack.
I know you. Bitch! Wait a second. Did you hear what I just said? Michael Bivins fucked over Boyz II Men, and when Big Mike got sick, apparently there wasn't enough money available to help them through their hard times.
That's how it goes.
They didn't even promote that soul food restaurant. I mean, I can understand why it was some nigga shit, but maybe if they had got some real help, maybe they could have hired somebody to come in and help manage it. But no, they had to be a self-ran business because they like Jill Scott, who was also an artist and knew how bad that family was struggling and took that as an opportunity to get a very, very large scale home in a lovely, lovely white Jewish neighborhood for cheap. I mean, I'm just like, you could have said, I know you guys don't want to walk away from your home, but at least let me pay you full value because I got the money and I want to see y'all be okay. She knew they were going to have to forfeit on that mortgage and she squeezed. She was kinder to that damn dog.
Oh man, Putter, what's his name?
Flutter, yeah.
Putter, yeah.
You gave the dog an idiot name and you wonder why he's shedding your shoe. The fuck is Flutter? What does that mean?
Yeah,
Oh, it's the sound his feet make. That's your fault, bitch. You named him nothing. How you gonna? Flutter, I used to hate that shit, and he hated kids, and he barked at people's feet. Like he was fucked up.
Oh man.
I can see why Lizelle says she shouldn't make no babies.
Oh man.
I mean, that was her husband.
So,
He should have known her best.
yeah, let me
She
say
wrote a whole
this.
song about it. It was a hit record. Want to hear it?
He's not for rich. Oh shit.
Turn on a black radio station on Sunday where they sell bullshit all the time.
Jack, I want to ask.
Nothing progressive.
I have to say, most people that watch our interviews or your interviews as of late, the main question that comes up is, how does she know? Was she there? So
Yeah.
I want to do it like this. I'm gonna name some names,
Sure.
and I want to know, were you around them?
Sure.
I would like to start for what everybody knows is Jay-Z.
What about him?
Okay.
Both of them were with Mr. Carter. Ask me what you want to know and I'll answer what I can.
Let's just start with the base level. Business, personal.
Both.
Both.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. Okay.
We believe in the same power. We don't believe in appropriating it the same way.
Can I ask you this? For you, did you find joy in the business or pleasure? And when you answer that, I'm gonna flip it on him. Do you feel he found joy in the business or pleasure part of that? Or spiritual?
He is the most shameful thing I've ever done. There is nothing that I experienced with that person that has not inspired shame except for Unplugged. That was the purest moment. For me, it was all done in love for music, love for all that was there, love for the culture. I hate the fact that we did it all for a culture vulture. For someone who never truly had the capacity to appreciate that moment in time, to steal it from the masses, to hide it, to cloak it. I put it up on Philadelphia last year when we launched. You know how many people came to the network to see that show that they never got to see? You know what's great about this year? I still got the footage.
There you go.
And in 1 week, Jay-Z Unplugged, the actual whole concert, from beginning to end, will be viewed and able to be viewed on realjack.com. Come and see the history. Come and see the power of that moment, the amazing things that we did with our bodies and our minds and our spirits. There was not one person in that room that was not elevated that night, and everyone in that room